What's that word? Behind the curtain of green leaves lurked the hungry, sharp-fanged barajobl. Barajobl is a made-up word, but you can tell it refers to a predator. That's context clues in action.
Hi, I'm Jack. I volunteer at an animal shelter. Yesterday, I was trying to tell my friend Jen about an animal we rescued. I said, I brought the emaciated canine to our shelter. Jen looked confused. Yeah, I like to use big words. I guess I should try to help my friends understand what I mean.
Jack can add context to his sentence. Context clues are words or phrases that help define another word. Jen might be confused by canine. An example would help. With the additional context, Jen can tell that canine means dog. The other word causing confusion is probably emaciated. Here, an explanation will do the trick.
Oh, that makes sense. I'll start thinking about context when I speak. My friends will appreciate that.
It's in the context. Using context clues to infer the meaning of unfamiliar words can increase your reading comprehension. Explore a video to help you sharpen your skills.
Hey, it's Lewis. I love a good mystery novel. Even the text itself can pose little mysteries. The meanings of some words may be hard to figure out. If you use context clues, you can often learn what those challenging words mean. Using context clues will help you better understand what you are reading. You'll learn to think like a word detective. To think like a word detective, you need to look closely at the familiar words and phrases near the unfamiliar words. These clues will guide you to solve the mystery of the unfamiliar words. Let's start our investigation. Sometimes, context clues are synonyms. Synonyms will often appear in the same sentence as the unfamiliar word. Sometimes, you will need to use the whole sentence to figure out what a word means. The other words can provide an explanation of the unfamiliar word. Use these parts of the sentence to understand what bystanders means. You may have to read more than just one sentence to figure out a mystery word. Be prepared to use all of the sentences near the unfamiliar word. In this example, the clue words appear in the sentence that follows the mystery word. Use these words to define insinuate. Sometimes, you may have to dig deep for a definition. Using an unfamiliar word's part of speech can help you determine its meaning. A word's function in a sentence can also be useful. Ask yourself, how is this word being used? This is especially true for words with multiple meanings. These words look the same, but can have very different meanings. The word document is a multiple meaning word. In this sentence, the part of speech of document is a verb. Knowing this will help us understand its meaning. The function of a word is the role it plays in a sentence. Knowing a word's function can be a valuable context clue for understanding its meaning. The word signature acts as a direct object in this sentence. Signature can be both a thing and a description of a thing. Direct objects can be things, so the first definition works best here. You'll be happy to know that Sonia and Bo were reunited, and they watched as the building manager was taken away by the police. To solve a mystery like Sonia did, you need to find clues. Word detectives need context clues to solve the mystery of unfamiliar words. When you encounter an unfamiliar word, remember that context clues can be found in synonyms, definitions, or explanations within the same sentence or in sentences nearby. Knowing a word's part of speech or function can help you learn its meaning, especially with multiple meaning words. Now, pick up a book and go investigate.
Key concept. To increase your reading comprehension, let's take a closer look at how to use context clues to figure out the meanings of unfamiliar words. Begin by reviewing some keywords. Context. Define context in your own words. Remember, context comes from Latin words meaning to weave together. The word textile, a woven fabric, has the same root. Related words. Context clue, infer, inference. Definition. The parts of a sentence or passage surrounding a word. Example. Joey is difficult, says Martha. He's so noisy at night I make him sleep downstairs. And if I catch him using the carpet as a bathroom one more time. Joey is Martha's Great Dane puppy, of course, and the reason she is at the Problem Pooch's workshop at the local pet store. Were you concerned about Joey after reading the first two sentences? The remainder of the passage provides context, and the first sentences take on a different meaning. Infer. Define infer in your own words. Remember, infer comes from Latin words meaning to bring in. When you infer, you bring in other information to help you guess. Related words. Context, context clue, inference. Definition. Make a guess based on evidence or clues. Example. After looking at the empty pizza boxes and crumpled napkins, not to mention the pile of empty soda cans, I inferred that my brother had his friends over for dinner after baseball practice. Reference materials. Define reference materials in your own words. Related words. Research, encyclopedia, source, credible, dictionary, style guide, style manual, thesaurus. Definition. Materials used to research information and answer questions, encyclopedias, dictionaries, atlases, and credible online sources are examples. Example. When Jada wrote her report on Brazil, she used reference materials including the CIA World Factbook, the Children's World Atlas, and the Brazilian government's website. Those helped her find accurate information. Context clue. Define context clue in your own words. Remember, detectives put together clues to solve a mystery. Related words. Context, infer, inference. Definition. A word or phrase in the text that helps define another word in the text. Example. The Pomeranian barked at me. I had never seen an animal so fuzzy and ferocious. It posed a serious danger to my ankles. The text gives clues to the meaning of the word Pomeranian. Barked suggests it's a dog. Fuzzy hints that it's a dog with a lot of hair. Danger to my ankles suggests that the dog is small. Using context clues, you can conclude that a Pomeranian is a small, fuzzy dog.